Play. This is your boy Alonzo here. As promised, I'm going to do a review of Judas and the Black Messiah. I was sent a screener from Warner Brothers. Shout out to Warner Brothers for sending me that screener. The movie opens Friday, February 12th. And I'm going to give you my thoughts. This is a movie I've really been looking forward to for quite some time. And it delivered. It delivered in all ways possible. If you don't know the story of Fred Hampton and the Black Panthers, educate yourself because a lot of people don't know the story. However, to give you a brief synopsis of the story itself and plus the movie, the movie is about Fred Hampton, who was played by Daniel Kaluuya, played fantastically by Daniel Kaluuya. As Fred Hampton, he is the chairman of the Illinois Black Panther Party, and he's working on forming the Rainbow Coalition as somebody who wasn't just about his own people; he's about the people. So in the Rainbow Coalition, you have blacks, and whites, and Puerto Ricans, and he's getting everybody together to fight a much more common cause. The FBI, they pretty much blackmail and make William O'Neill, played by Lakeith Stanfield, set up or infiltrate the Black Panthers, get close to Fred Hampton with the hope to get him set up to have him assassinated. And I do use the word assassinated because he wasn't just killed; he was assassinated for sure. They saw the impact he was making on people, and they saw that as a threat, so they decided to have him taken out. Now the movie itself is fantastic. I mean, the writing is great, but let me start with more technical aspects of it. Shaka King, who directed the movie, I mean, he had a laser focus on the story he wanted to tell when it comes to Fred Hampton and the Black Panthers. You could tell. I can't really say if this is inspired, as far as cinematography wise, by Martin Scorsese, but it has a real Scorsese kind of vibe to it, as far as like the violence in it, and hell, even the way it's shot to make you feel like you're in the '60s, you know. And watching this young man become the revolutionary, if you will, and you feel the parts of the movie where Fred is really like laying it out bare to people, and some of the best speeches I've heard in a while in the film. And that takes me to Daniel Kaluuya's performance as Fred Hampton, who is, oh my God, it's insane. He's been nominated for the Golden Globe. I know the Oscars are coming for sure, and it's well deserved. I mean, he spoke those words as if Fred Hampton's spirit jumped into him and said the words for him. In particular, the scene when the one that's from the trailer where I am a revolutionary, and he's really giving it to him, and I felt it so deep. It literally gave me it brought a tear to my eye, if you will. One of many scenes that does choke you up. Lakeith Stanfield as William O'Neill, and Lakeith is a powerhouse actor. You know, I've always been a fan of his on Atlanta and Short Term 12 and Knives Out and everything I've seen him in up until this point. He's been just a standout performer for sure. And he is playing this character to the point where you kind of hate him. And you don't necessarily feel the weight of, you know, what he's going through, but you definitely feel the weight and the anxiety of what's bound to happen as the movie progresses. Other great performances: Dominique Fishback as Deborah Johnson, Chairman Fred's girlfriend, wife, mother of his child. Jesse Plemons as the FBI agent setting up Lakeith to set up Fred Hampton is menacing, he's scary, but also a character that's kind of in a way twisted in a weird plot that he himself doesn't necessarily want to do, but he also sees the benefits in doing this thing. great performances across the board, man. You have appearance by Algie Smith. I think I'm saying his name right. I'm not sure. My man Ashton Sanders is so dope in this movie. A cameo by Lady of Rage was really unexpected, but dope though. Also, you get a quick glimpse of Lil Rel Howery in this movie as well. It's not a big part at all, but it's a very memorable part. He's actually kind of menacing in his role, which is weird to see Lil Rel in a role like that. But overall, man, Martin Sheen plays J. Edgar Hoover as the clown to see Fred Hampton as a threat and order him to be neutralized. It wasn't good enough to put him in jail for a bullshit crime, but he had to die. And the one thing about the movie, the overall theme of the movie is, with the title being Judas and the Black Messiah. To me, the valuable lesson learned was no matter what you do in life, always be aware of your surroundings. Always be aware of people that you bring around you. I typically keep my circle small, and because no matter how much success that you're building or the name you make for yourself or whatever, there's always somebody in the crowd or somebody in the circle that's okay with doing harm to you or doing harm to what you have going on. And this movie is no different. I mean, Fred Hampton, in my personal opinion, if things didn't go down the way they went down, Fred Hampton would have easily been, even though he is now, but he would have easily been one of the high-ranked, extremely powerful Black leaders of the generation that came before me, for sure, and it would have lived on past me because, they don't teach about the Black Panthers in school. I learned about it growing up through family and just kind of doing my own research. And it's powerful. It's powerful filmmaking. I'm still collecting my thoughts as far as the movie itself and what I learned from it and how it made me feel. So this is a quick review as far as, what I got out of the first viewing. I'm definitely going to watch it again on Friday when it drops on HBO Max. But I want to get a review up for you guys real quick. It's effective. The movie's very effective. It's impactful. It's effective. It's wild effective, and it's scenes in there that will hit you. It'll definitely hit you for sure. Beautifully acted, beautifully shot. It's written so damn good. It was written by the Lucas brothers, which is wild because you hear, you see comedians writing such a serious piece. Oh no, sorry, it's written by Shaka King, and I can't think of his name, but the story is by the Lucas brothers. Damn good story, and I think this movie is very timely. I've always wanted a film about the Black Panthers. The last movie we even got about the Black Panthers was the movie Panther. Came out in 96, 95, something like that, by Mario Van Peebles. But yeah, man, on a scale of 1 to 10, it's a solid 10. I know it's poised to be the movie that to represent 2020. Given that COVID kind of pushed everything back, and it's in the Oscar season for movies of 2020 and whatever. But to me, right now, Judas and the Black Messiah is hands down the best movie I've seen in 2021. Hands down. I recommend everybody checking it out very soon, and get this history lesson. People are always starved to learn about the history of this country, and while it's a very stained history of this country, but yet it's a history of the country regardless. And Fred Hampton and the Black Panthers and what took place in Chicago in the 60s is very much American history. Whether you want to look at it as such, but it's history regardless. So it's a must watch now if you possibly can. Great music in it. And that's my review for Judas and the Black Messiah. Follow me on Instagram at official J Alonzo. Of course, the show Back to Classics every Thursday on every platform you watch your podcast on. And thanks for rocking with me. See you soon.